Oi, oi, oi. Time to ping Discord and do everything. I'm a mess. Well, no, I'm not a mess, but the state of my everything is a bit of a mess. I didn't set up anything, and I still have to eat my bread. But. I'm just gonna do the Discord stuff, and then I'll start showing my screen, I think. Go here. Ooh, I had a nice interaction with a scammer recently. Someone just messaged me out of nowhere. Hold on, I'm typing and then I'll continue. There we go. Anyway, so someone just messaged me out of the blue, and they were like, "Oh, I like want to play games with you and whatever." And I got scam vibes, but they were pretty normal, you know. Didn't really do much. And they wanted to play Chill Out VR, and it started smelling a scam. It's like, okay, are you gonna give me like a malicious custom model, and there's gonna be a vulnerability in Chill Out VR or something? Or, like, what is it? Like, how are you gonna get me, right? And turns out, they just sent me the most basic fucking scam site with a Dropbox download link to like 130 MB Node.js malware. Awesome. It's like the same type that I've received before. And I don't know, like, thinking about that, like, first of all, they were like acting as if they were like a girl, right? So if I was desperate, I almost said if I was more desperate. God damn. Anyway, I was desperate, then that could have more of an effect. And then how to say? My mind is fucking going. Oh yeah. So the other thing is that when scam baiting and seeing what the scams are, like, I'm getting information, but then I only have to fuck up once, right? Like, the scammers can try many times as they want, right? And they don't have any consequence for failing, really, except letting me know what the scams are. But if I fail, like, if I trust an instance of a scam and then I do something that I'm not supposed to do, then GG, right? It's game over, right? Like, my computer gets compromised and yada yada yada. And that's not good. Not good. But hopefully that doesn't happen. Dude, I can't wait to get velocity working. So I do have the velocity. Hold on. I have the velocity working in a way where it's represented by an angle and a magnitude, and I can do like smooth turns like this. Right now, the smooth turn happens if I input, like, if I switch the input direction in the same tick, then it happens. But if there's even one game tick between me pressing forward and backward, then it won't do it. At least I think that's what's happening. But this is fun. But what I want is good feeling movement for low speeds. Oh yeah, fucking stair boosting not there. In the past, the system that I had a good feeling movement for low speeds and stuff, but for high speeds it kind of sucked, right? And now I have the opposite problem, where this system will probably feel good for high speeds, but for low speeds, I'm gonna have to figure something out. And the problem is that my arc-cosine function and arc-sine functions suck ass. And that's a problem, because if I want to get the magnitude and length of a vector, I need those. Well, for length, for getting the length, I don't need that. But for getting the angle, I do need that. And that's a bit annoying. I'm kind of just thinking, like, what do I do? The option that I'm going for right now, after I'm done eating my bread, is where are we? There we go. Basically, just trying to figure out what are the parameters that feel good. Like, at which speed do we start, like, decreasing the turn rate? How do we turn in the first place? I know that what I don't want is a thing where you walk forwards and then you press back and then it does the turning around thing that you saw. That should never happen. Even at high speeds, that shouldn't happen. So if our speed is high enough and we try to do that, then we're just gonna decrease the length of the vector, basically. There So I just realized something. If we're slowing down, but we're not slowing down perfectly opposite to the velocity. So hello, Davey. Oh, I have all sorts of shit just open here. Anyway, yeah, this is me trying to figure out some angle stuff. Let me reset the colors. Okay, so yeah, if we have, oh, nice. What are you doing? If we have the velocity going like this, I'm trying to slow down like this. Imagine this arrow is straight as well. If this is our input direction, then we will just decrease the length of this, and that's fine. But if the player is trying to slow down in this direction, right, then decreasing the length, only decreasing the length is kind of like, why are we doing that? Right? What should happen is the length decreases, and then also it goes to the side a bit. So in terms of angle and length, we decrease length, and then we turn towards this angle. So I guess I just need a good kind of point where to stop turning. Oh, look for clear action in Python. Nice, nice. Ooh. How are you visualizing the reactor? I'm thinking right here I might just end up with this like it. And for that I need the fucking arc-cosine. Hem. Because if the difference is exactly pi, actually, is the difference ever exactly pi? And another thing, well, we don't care if it's exactly pi. There's ought to be some dead zone here that, well, maybe not a dead zone. If the vector points like this, and how this would work with the normal vectors is that we go down and we turn ever so slightly, right? And if we have the vector going here, then we are gonna slow down slower, but we are turning faster. So this is the max turn speed, and this is the min turn speed. Okay, I think we're going somewhere. Mm-hmm. Fair enough, fair enough. Hmm. Okay, so I think this is a good idea. It's the speed of the turning, like, yeah, actually, that makes so much sense. Like, 90-degree angle equals max turn speed, and then anything below, anything above, this could be a slower turn speed. For the velocity. Yeah, thankfully, Python isn't really that difficult of a language to get into. Like, if you compare to Java, for example, where it's like public static void main string args get me spaghetti, it's like, bro, why? Just can we just declare a main function, bro? So yeah, and Python uses fucking write the code. I don't think you even need a main function. You just write it. I would say that Rust is also surprisingly simple to at least get started with. Like, you just have a function. Wow. Almost done with my morning bread. I was gonna like eat at a reasonable time and don't have to eat during the start of the stream, but then I got distracted. Mm-hmm. Hello, Kettu. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, just thinking about velocity angles while I'm eating my bread. Because I used to have vectors represented by components. So we'd have the x component here, or y component here, and then x component here, right? This is the normal representation. But what I'm doing right now is that we have a length, so length, magnitude, and then an angle, so direction, right? Alright, Davey, have a good night. Sleep well. Yeah, this is like a bit more convenient for some things. I also don't have access to like a good arc-sine or arc-cosine function, which is needed to get the angle of a vector. So representing vectors this way lets me just have the angle and the length, and then I can make the component representation out of that. And yeah, I just realized that if I want to make the angle and magnitude based vectors behave more like the component vectors when like dealing with velocity, at low speeds, and even at high speeds, honestly. It's the turn rate is going to be higher the closer you are to 90 degrees. So if like this is where we want to go and this is where we are going, at a 90-degree angle, we're going to turn the fastest. And then if this was pointing like down here, then it's going to turn slower, but it's going to decrease in length faster. And I think that will work. Anyway, what have you been up to? What's new? What's good? Ah, okay, okay. That's fair. How long have you been sick for? Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Dude, I was looking into some audio stuff because I want to have separate audio channels for the browser, basically just for Discord, and then desktop audio, and well, microphone is already in a separate channel, right? But holy shit, it's trying to create a separate audio channel with Pipewire. I don't know. Haven't figured it out yet. Like there's I only went to documentation. I'm like, oh, there's this node that seems perfect for this. Like I can just use this node, and then I configure the node, and then I try to launch Pipewire, and it's like, oh, we don't have this node. It doesn't exist. I'm like, what? Why? Uh, so yeah, and I ended up finding the folder where I have all of the like built-in nodes, like the .so files. I don't know. I feel like I don't have that many. I might just try to get one of the modules that I don't have, and then just use it. But it's a bit interesting. Also, I had a interesting moment yesterday when I was in a call with a friend. Like they were looking at my code and they were basically saying that it's hard to read, right? For a couple reasons. The most important reason being that like I use so much custom stuff and everything's like my own, but I don't know. And the other was like the lack of color, right? Like the numbers are highlighted, but function names aren't and whatever. But I'm interested if other people share that sentiment. Let's see. So, okay, if I now go forward and then I So I'm switching from W to S, and I'm still going forward. It's not really doing much of anything. There we go. I'm gonna do the stair boosting real fast. State, player, velocity, horizontal length. Oh, hello, Gecker. Well, the thing is, you know, sometimes I do this thing where I stream, right, on Twitch, neuropathy.com/stream, if you haven't heard of that. And there's people watching the stream, right? And I don't know, a lot of the stream is code. So if the code is not readable, then that's I don't know. I feel like that's bad for that purpose. But yeah. And if I made the code more readable for stream, then I would assume that it's also more readable for me. Okay, hold on. Okay, now we have stair boosting. It's kind of finicky, maybe too powerful. Yeah, but that's fine. It exists. I can tweak it later. I have no idea what the speed wants to fucking oscillate all of the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair. That is fair. I'm like turning the wrong way or something? They were getting an angle difference and then it's like going positive, negative, and I'm like, bruh. Bruh. But why would we be going the wrong way there? It's working when we're like this. So if we turn too fast, then the movement is going the wrong way. There's not really a reason for this to break. Oh. Yeah, sure. Because I'm making the angle advance negative there. Lol. Okay, so now at least it's not going back and forth. Yeah, fair enough. That's what I was thinking, right? Oh, like to myself. I don't know if I think I said it as well, like in the call, because it's like the names are pretty self-explanatory most of the time. Like the max angle advance in one tick. I guess the only thing that you need to kind of know here that it's for the velocity, right? Yeah, and this reminds me of when I'm reading one of my friends' code. Like, but he codes. First of all, he uses Java, evil thunder sound effect. I actually need to have like a soundboard so I can just do that. That'd be awesome. Anyway, like he uses variable names like C and DD And also, you know, just single letters or double letters if he starts running out of single letters. It's like, bruh. Sometimes I have the misfortune of trying to read it, and it's like, bro, why did you like this? Why? You know, it is what it is. Now we appear to be slowing down at 90 degrees, which is the exact opposite of what I wanted. We're not turning when we reach 90 degrees. So I need to do a 1 minus here. Oh yeah, no. Dude, I'm so used to floats. We don't use floats anymore. I just use this fucked up constant. Yeah, we're past floats. We are using fixed point numbers for physics. The only places where we have floats is like literals like this. And even this is gonna get changed to something where I specify an integer for both of the parts and then it does it the same. And what do the floats do to me? A lot. A lot. I can tell you a lot. When I was starting out, like in Godot, like I would assign a number to a rectangle's start position and an end position, right? And these were just like 2D positions. I would assign the end value, and then on the next line I would check, is it equal to the thing I just assigned it to? And the answer was no, it was not equal to it. And that was because the rectangles were internally represented by a position and a size, rather than a position and, you know, start position and end position. And the endpoint was just calculated on the fly. And then the floating point, like, precision error caused the statement to not be true. It was so maddening. Like, I was writing code and I was like, okay, this is like strange. I have like a bug in my own logic, right? And then I like narrow it down, then it's like the most insane sanity check where it's like, okay, let me assign the value and then let me see if it's the value that I assigned it to. And the answer was no. What do you mean? What do you mean? So that was the kind of first instance where I realized that, okay, floats, they're kind of a problem sometimes. It's, okay, I'm moving forward, I'm turning right, and what is happening with my velocity? Okay, we are turning this way just really slowly. It just feels really strange. Anyway, so that's the first thing. Second thing, floats can behave differently on different processors, right? So if I write some movement code, also if I hold W and then press D, or if I press A, I turn the same way. So this logic is cooked. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, floating point arithmetic can work slightly differently on different CPUs. Like there was someone in chat who said that they had written, like they needed to convert to fixed point numbers. I guess their like games daily challenge thing worked, like it resulted in different terrain generation on desktop platforms and on Android. Right, different CPUs, floats work slightly differently, give you different results, and then we're sad and we cry, right? So yeah, floats, that's what they do, and that's why I haven't experienced the floats behave differently on different platforms myself, but I don't want to deal with that, right? I just don't. So we're doing fixed point numbers. Okay. But why is this incorrect? So true. If I did this way. Ooh, okay. Because that's a 90-degree angle. And it's gonna be slightly different on the two sides. Okay, now this seems more like what it should be. Yeah, no, it's you know, I've looked a bit into like trying to make like deterministic systems because I want the physics to be deterministic, and when you search for determinism enough, then you encounter the thing where it's like, oh, floats actually are not deterministic across different CPUs. Smile. Like, bruh. Let me see. Hold on, next RNG call. Okay, from the double. Interesting. Fair enough. So you're basically doing a random integer where you only cycle certain bits of that integer and then just casting that into a float. Fair enough, fair enough. I haven't messed with any like reinterpretation bit casting stuff yet, really. And I don't think that should be surprising because I'm coding in Rust. Dude, do I not have the fucking gigantic plane of stone in my saves? Hello. So let's close that. Nemo. Oh, I need to have an instance of Nemo open so I can do this without it being like active on the console. Let's see. Saves. There we go. There's runway, but it's not really. Maybe it's the 3 S's and 1. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, I still have the restart button. Okay, so that kinda work. Yeah, I need to just print the turn speed, honestly. I don't really care about this. I don't really care about this. This we don't really care about. So for a long time I didn't know about this syntax where you can just put the variable straight in the here and it will just format it. So that's great. Because the turn speed still goes negative sometimes, which is a bit interesting. Not really supposed to happen. Pi divided by 2 is supposed to be 90 degrees. Because 2 pi is the whole circle. Pi divided by 2 is 90. This should make sense. Like, the difference between angles. Why is it bad? Okay, let's simplify this. Yep, yep, yep. And now the turn speed is high when we're looking the same way. Okay, now it's doing the one problem that I was doing earlier. So I'm not supposed to do the absolute value there. It's supposed to be here. I love not thinking about the code and just making the changes. Lol. Surely that will work well. Ooh, interesting. Going from one side to the other work? But from the other side to the other doesn't work. What is going on? Let me do that then. Let's talk this a bit. I actually want the float representation of this as well. A bit easier to read the decimal value. All right. What is? Oh, okay, the decelerating text. I need to get rid of that. It's it's messing with my print. Yee. There we go. Okay, so if we do this turn, what is happening? The turn speed increases and then decreases. Okay, I think I am supposed to do abs on this thing. After all, where are we? Here we are. Angle difference. We will get the absolute value. Feels a bit ridiculous to do abs on two places, but whatever. Okay, now the behavior is the same for both forward and backwards. Yeah. We can see can I turn the other way? There we go. When we go on for longer, the turn speed value is like approaching 0 as our angle difference is getting closer. Oh, interesting. We reached 29 and then we stop turning altogether. Why is that? Why? Well, because something is changing here. The angle diff abs. This is changing. Oh, okay. Because we're dividing turn speed by 30, and 30 divided by 30 is 1, but 29 divided by 30 is 0. So if we're trying to if we're trying to turn slower than this value, then whoopsie, can't do that. Maybe we'll do a thingy here where we can always turn at some speed. Perhaps. If I wanted to make this better, quote unquote, like more precise, then we would need to do a thing where we turn on like every nth tick, like 1 unit every nth tick, but that sort of precision isn't required here. Well, actually, I might not even want that min call, because even now, like, the turning speed is so fucking low. I don't think we care about it. Let's see. Can we even reach the min value? There we go, we went from the edge. And let's see. We did reach it, actually. Oh no, it's the climbing again. But the climb is very slow. Oh, I pressed the hotkey for it. Or the orthographic projection. That's funny. Okay. Actually, we don't want this. We do not want this at all. That's fine. We have that. Now we invert this thing. So now when we try to turn 180, it doesn't work. But if we try to turn 90 degrees, then it does work. At least to a point. When we get close to reaching the 90 degrees, then your turning slows down. I think the problem is it just slows down too much, too quickly. So we're gonna raise it to the power of 2 and see if that makes it better. Not really. Not really. I might just need a bigger multiplier, honestly. And this is not going to be a fixed point multiplication. This is going to be a fixed point number times a normal number. But I guess if we just don't divide by 30, then it's fine. So this is like a times 30 multiplier. Because we're no longer dividing. Let's go. Oh, do the fucking jiggle. Let's go. A diagnosis, this fucking sucks. Ah! Why is our angle difference going positive and negative constantly? No. Scroll here a bit. So we're doing some wraparound bullshit. Or around. Oh, because we're doing angle lift out abs there, and that's gonna change the angle. Fuck. This might be just not the correct approach. Let's just do angle diff. The difference between the angles. Oh yeah, and I remember why I did that thing just now. This is... Can we hit the bond with the correct timing? Or... Oh, no, it's just... Yeah, this is how it's supposed to work, basically. Yeah, okay. We don't exactly want to do this. We want to do a thing. First of all, we get the absolute value. Second of all... we need to do the thing where 90 degrees is the max value. This is like the basic math that I forget all of the fucking time. It's amazing. Anyway. Isn't it just the value minus that and then the absolute value? Let me think. If we're at 90, this is gonna be 0. Oh, okay, so it is not correct, but that's fine. It's easy to flip. If we're at 90, this is 0. And then if we're at... Yeah, yep. Yep. Well, I guess that's already an absolute value, so it doesn't really matter, except that it could be higher than 90. So we do want to take the absolute value. And then we take this away from 1. And then we see... yes, and I don't have to normalize this out of like being in the range of pi, I think. Oh, but I might have to, because if our angle difference is 0, then this is gonna be 90 degrees instead of 1. Alright, so we're gonna have to do a division. There we go. And the reason that I have special functions for division and multiplication, hold on, let me go here, is we need to do this, right? Like the scale of the numbers change if we just multiply them together raw. So this we just have to do some bit shifts basically, so that everything's not fucked up. I probably have... Oh, I don't have my notes. Okay, I'm gonna hide this screen for a moment so I can bring my notes into view. So I have my personal notes, and then I have the notes for the stream, and they're both managed by the same program, right? And I only want to show these notes. Yeah, so this is the... Let me make that bigger. For the fixed point numbers, this is the explanation, right? Like if we have 0.25 represented as 25, then, well, you can see here the difference between the decimal operation and the fixed point operation, right? The scale just changes. So you have to account for that. So, fun stuff. Before I realized this, I was like multiplying numbers together. I was like, dude, multiplying these two numbers doesn't work. And multiplying this number by 1 also like results in incorrect whatever. I was like, hold on, even multiplying 1 by 1 it resulting incorrect behavior. Like, yeah. That was a fun experience. Okay, so turn speed is 0 if our difference is 90. Our difference is 180. Wait, hold on. Why? This feels normal now. Kind of. Like, we have too much air acceleration, but... And we turn quite fast, honestly. Oh, this is not correct. Okay. Interesting. If I offset myself even a bit, then the turning happens quite fast. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Because this is... I guess these are big numbers. Let's do divided by 30, right? Get it back in there. So now we have a slow turning again. It feels so bad. Yeah. Okay, let's do divided by 15 maybe? But the base logic is here, which is good. We have different turn speeds when our angle difference is different. That's good. Very, very good progress. Even if I can't figure out the exact parameters, like this is the logic that I'm going to be using. I think the missing piece here is changing the length of the velocity, because if I face backwards like this, I think the turning speed is going to be something, you know, like this, but we just need to slow down as well so that it feels more like a force pushing on us and less that the character is like a strange go-kart. But this is what I've been thinking about, because I'm kind of turning the player from something that you would expect to see in Minecraft into like a fucking go-kart or some kind of other kart. Because I don't know, I have like an explicit turn radius and shit like that. So I've like in my head toyed around with the idea like, oh, I'm really secretly building like a racing game, right? And that's a fun thought. And for like courses like this, it doesn't really apply. Well, I mean, even here you have to like gather speed and then go. That's the idea of this map. But if we go to M4, then this is like the thing that inspired the current wave of changes, right? The idea is you start here, you start building speed. Imagine me getting faster and faster, right? And then you build speed the entire way, and then you reach here, and you jump, and you have enough to make it to the other side. And if you start building speed from this turn, then maybe it's possible if you're really good. But if you start building speed from here, then it's like impossible to do, right? Because there's just not enough space to build speed. Like I really like Minecraft parkour, but it's not exactly what I want to do. Like there's surprisingly little going on in Minecraft parkour, I think. And this might be me being a bad game designer, and like that little that they have there is actually just enough to make a good game and whatever, right? But I want a bit more like mechanical depth, right? And I don't think that's wrong. Also, so true. We just don't have drifting, right? Although that could be implemented. And it's like you go here, and then you like turn 90 degrees and then you fucking enter a drift. That'll be fucking... I could see that being a power-up or something, you know? Like, I've had a request for a grappling hook from Cleared, and I think that's not a bad idea. But also having a drift power-up, holy shit, that would be sick. That'd actually be sick. Like, imagine you're just going down a course, and then you see the drift, or it looks like a drift pad or power-up. It might be like a thing, like a launch pad type beat, where you go over the thing, and instead of it launching you, it would allow you to enter a drift, right? So you would have to like jump on it and go like a certain way. Or instead of that, just have ice, basically, and you drift on ice, or you have the ability to drift on ice. So I don't necessarily want the player to drift everywhere. Or then it could be a matter of having high enough speed and low enough friction on the ground. On ice, it's easier to drift, but you could do it on ground if you have enough speed. There's a lot of stuff that could be done. But yeah, but I really like the idea of like a racing game, but you're not in a car. You know? And yeah, this is a really exciting idea to me. Because I like the downside of like car games is that you can't move normally. Like you can't just walk around. And even now it's like I have to fix this movement so it feels like walking around. But yeah, so like if you're facing a certain way, let's say I want to go there, I have to turn the fucking vehicle and then I can go that direction. But it's like, dude, I just want to go that direction. And if you had a car where it just like turned instantly, I don't know, I mean, it might work, but I think it's a lot cooler to not have the vehicle and then just be able to go fast and behave as if you were a vehicle. But yeah, that's what's going on in my brain. What else? Nothing else. Actually, just blank. That's crazy. Let's see. Oh yeah. I can't wait to do more visual stuff on this game. Just like building maps and eventually getting someone to work on audio and getting like music. Oof. Oh yeah. Let's see. We have this now. Where are we? We are here. Okay. I guess I'll do the slowdown stuff. This is gonna be different now because we don't have an explicit decelerating mode. We don't need one, really. So let's get rid of that. And then we'll do this. If angle diff, yep, that's fine. That is fine. This is make sure that we don't overshoot, basically. But what are we? Hold on. If I only wanted to prevent overshooting, then I just dot max, or dot min, something like that. But what are we actually doing here? If our velocity is smaller than some, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, this is supposed to be some other value. Basically, if we're moving slow enough, then we will turn instantly. Is the idea here. That's fine. I could check if the horizontal length is 0 or close to 0. Why am I doing it like this? What is this fucking logic? Movement input horizontal length minus movement input horizontal length divided by 5. But I've been fucking smoking something. Holy shit. Let's do like 500. I think that's a good enough value. Let me think. I was probably thinking of like if you have analog input and you're inputting like half a button press, how do we handle that? We'll see. Okay. I see what we're doing here. So we don't have that. just see how it behaves. My sweet stone platform. I love the like how the turning looks. Like we turn slowly and yoink. Yoink. I guess I have a bit of movement tech here already. Because if you try to well, trying to turn a little works still. Like but if you try to turn 90 degrees, then that's like the maximum turn you can get. If you try to turn more than 90, then you're gonna turn slower. Fishy. Okay, so we need to kind of know if we are... Oh, actually, where's our decelerating thing? The Boolean. How do we decide that? Okay, let's copy that and do Control Y. Also, let's make a temp commit. Go format, and then ASD. This is why we love dev branches. Okay. And this is... We don't want the and false. Accelerating. I'm using 50 here as the number. I guess I could do that here as well. It doesn't really matter which one, but no. Anyway, okay, if our angle difference is bigger than 90, and we're going faster than this arbitrary value, then we're decelerating. Good. Now, state player velocity horizontal length. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. If we are going faster than we're inputting, then we should decelerate. But also, if we're trying to go the other way around, we should also be decelerating. And these values should be something sensible instead of what they are now. Let's see what happens if I... Oh, it just smoothly fucking slows down. It almost feels like it's a friction force. If I'm moving just in this 1D line, everything works, you know? Let's see if we turn a little. Oh, it's a bit strange. Like it feels mostly okay, but I feel like if I turn too much, then I just start slowing down, and then like I don't know how to explain it. Like if I turn too much, then I step on a fucking friction pad, I stop turning, I slow down, and then I speed up in the direction that we're trying to go. Which is like really a weird feeling. It doesn't feel that good. And even here, like if I turn takes too long. This is supposed to be like basically instant. And I don't know if you can tell from the stream how the movement kind of feels. Let's see, if we go here where we have some actual visuals. Like here, if I turn this amount, that's like we stop turning, and then if I go like 90 a little over 90 degrees, then it's like the most visible because we stopped moving for a bit. And that would not happen with a component-based vector. But for 180 turns, this works. What is going on here? Yeah, let me look at the console output a bit and see if it's about the deceleration stuff. I'm not printing it for decelerating. I forgot about that. Let's re-enable the print. Oh, we're decelerating when going forwards. That's not really... Doesn't really make a lot of sense that we would be decelerating when going forwards. What the fuck is going on? Or is this happening? It is. Okay. Someday I'm gonna fix all those errors, don't worry about it. Yeah. I forgot about this. The sliding bug. So it's gonna be either incorrect when 0 or incorrect when at max speed. Well, I guess I'll have to handle those explicitly. Is it, if the angle difference is bigger than 90, we just don't turn? Question mark? We should though. Like we do it here. I guess I'll do one like special case here. Then we do nothing if it's the same, and then yeah, that should fix the sliding issue. Maybe if I don't mistype the variable, it will fix the sliding issue. Yeah, okay, good. Is the deceleration just too fast? That's what's going on? Is that the issue? Let's just divide it by like 17 instead of 8 and see what happens. I guess we should have a little bit of deceleration even for the lower speeds. Yeah, okay. I just need a better deceleration formula. Essentially, that's what I need. That's nice. But honestly, this is a bit of a shorter stream for me. Just 1 hour. But like, this is very good progress, and I have not been sleeping enough. So I will... Wait, where did I just type cargo format? Hello. Oh, I was here, but it just didn't type anything. Anyway, yeah. Like, I will not push myself too much. This is good. That's good. Yep. Let's see. I'm gonna check something really fast. Also, actually, one thing that I've been thinking about is I should make a video, right? Like, one video that I've thought about for a while. I'm gonna put up the end screen, just there we go. It's the stair stepping video where I go over like, oh, this is how I do stair stepping, or not that, but this is how you can have stair stepping without it sucking ass for the camera, right? Like, that is the thing that I want to do. Also, we're gonna raid work now. Because, you know, if you smooth the camera motion a bit when you're going up the stairs, then that's good. It feels a lot better. And the other video that I want to make is going over unit tests and how I do stuff. Like, when I was making the function for seeing the difference between two angles, for example, which is really simple. I somehow had a hard time with it, but the unit tests really helped. And yeah, I gotta get on the video making grind at some point, and maybe I can use that to funnel more people here. But yeah, that's it for this stream. Shorter than usual, good progress, and I'll probably continue working offline after taking a break. Well, have a good one. Bye bye.